Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, get into the TA. Alright, guys, so I'm just going to point out right now, SPY had a range. Right now, you're above that range, but I do not think there is that much upside left in this move. I do understand that you can look at this as a bull flag and you just broke out as a bull flag and all you're getting is a low volume pullback right now. It's not really a pullback because you are pretty flat on the day. You do have a doji candlestick and you are just consolidating above the top of the range. So I don't think it's all that bearish, but I don't think what we got going on right now is all that bullish either. All right, we're going to come over here to the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey. And this was taken last week. This is 52.9% people of the people that are in this survey are bullish. That is the 1 year high. You haven't gone above that. So I'm just going to point out, I think we are going to be topping very soon. Come over here to the Fear and Greed Index. And right now you are at 77. You're in extreme greed. And guys, yeah, we can keep going. And I do think we are going to continue higher, but I do think we are going to be pulling back. When you get up here, this is when you start pulling back. We got up to 80 the other day, guys. You got up to 81 over here. Start pulling back for a little bit. All right. And I'm sure if we looked at the chart, it would probably look very similar to what's going on right here. So that's what's going on over here in SPY. You do have extremely low volume over here. This whole move up right here has been off of low volume. So I would be cautious on the long side. I'm not going to say just short the market, but you have a triple bearish divergence going on here on the daily RSI. Guys, what marked the bottom? A bullish divergence. What marked the last top at the last major high over here at 459.44, the July top? What marked that? This triple bearish divergence. We now have that triple bearish divergence, and I'm not saying just to short blindly because of it, but I do think we are going to start breaking down at some point. I think this move is very limited. Come over here to QQQ. You do have a very similar picture going on. You're just consolidating above the previous high of this range you established. But the whole move up, guys, was off of this declining volume. So these last three candlesticks were off that, and then all the way down there at that. Why is that? No idea. But that is going on. And you also have the bearish divergence on the daily RSI over here as well. What marked the top over here? Bearish divergence. Going from there to there, there to there. This is a smaller one, but it is still there. Same thing over here on SPY. DIA, you're still like kind of in the range. You're trying to break out. We have the same bearish divergence going on the daily RSI. Come over here to IWM. All right, same bearish divergence on the RSI. And what the heck is this? What is this declining volume on this whole move up? I don't like it. So I would just be cautious on the long side. I do think you're finally going to have your pullback after on IWM, a 26% move. But I do want to point out, IWM has already broken up out of its previous range, so it could do something just like that. Or it could run, let's just clean up this chart real quick. All right, get that. We'll just literally keep that, and then we'll get rid of that. Could literally just run up here and then pull back and then break out. Maybe that had salt on mine. I have absolutely no idea. All right, guys, we come over here to VIX. I did tell you yesterday that I thought VIX was going to crush because of what I thought was going to happen on the indexes. I just says the indexes. The index, you could either say the indexes or the indices. I say the indices. I just combined the two. All right. I did think if VIX was going to do this, just crush, not hold this level right here that I pointed out, which I pointed out in yesterday's vid, I thought that was going to be the case. And I thought SPY was going to be heading up here to all-time highs. That was not the case. You had a high today of 476.66. That is, that is that. And like I said, guys, don't just blindly short, but I don't think there's much left in this move. I pointed out what I want to point out on that. So yeah, all right. Let's now move on to the individual tickers that I am paying attention to. And GME here, guys, I do think this is a rather juicy one. I think once this gets moving and grooving, it could get, it could go pretty quick. GME, guys, I want to see a weekly close above this trend line, and that's really going to signify like, hey, take your swing positions over the next few weeks. We probably are going to travel up here this 2460 level. That's a decent sized move from where you are right here. 30% move. But yeah, on the daily time frame, you are about to take a shot at a breakout. Not saying the daily close outside this trend line means too much, because this trend line was drawn on the daily time frame or on the weekly time frame. If we want to take a daily one, then I guess we would want to do something like that. But or you had that, and then look at that really juicy breakout. But that's what happens, guys, when you have these trend line breaks. On the weekly time frame, that's the one I'm paying attention to. Okay, because then GME has to come all the way up here to 21 bucks for that one. I think it is much more likely that we are going to be respecting this one. All right, we'll line it up with that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. All right, but yeah, GME, guys, keep it on watch. I do think this thing is probably gonna start heating up here. Swing positions are welcomed. CELH. I mentioned this one before. All right, I think I mentioned this the other day. Look at this guy. This thing was looking pretty beautiful. Let me just take off these. This, as you see, this was on the focus list. CELH has went crazy as of yesterday and today. You just got your breakout today. All right, now if you were playing this, that's one thing. If you want to play this thing, it's another thing. So I'm going to let you guys know about it. Now, I don't like how the market's looking right now, so I'm just going to point that out. With every long like setup I point out here, I'm just going to point out like, hey, guys, if you're up in this market, I think this is a trappy market, and I don't think the upside is going to continue much further before pulling back a decent amount. Like, as you see, guys, we're just struggling up here. I don't like the looks of it. I really don't. But yeah, all right, back to over here on CELH, guys. You had this breakout right here yesterday. You continued up. You're now about to get a daily close. You have 20 minutes left. It's 3:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. About to get that daily close, and you're breaking up from this bull flag or pennant, whatever you want to call it. Guys, this thing's probably going to all-time highs. But, an immediate target that I'm looking for is now going to be $61. That's what I think is going to be completely on the table. All right, so that is that. All right, the next thing I'm going to put on your radar is Tesla. Why? Because Tesla, guys, had a breakout today. Tesla was a little trickster, and I'm not too fond of that, but I do think this week it's going to travel on up to $266.50 to $269. All right, I do think that is on the table. You literally just had a break and almost a retest here. We'll call it a break and retest. You got pretty close there. It looks like buyers are stepping in. I don't have the RSI in. There we go. But just check out, guys, this is exactly what you had going on. You had this inverse head and shoulders formation going on. Bullish structure broke out, almost had the retest. Even if you come a little bit down here, guys, buy it up. If you see 258.50 to 260, we'll call it, that is your loading zone for the move up to 266.50 to 269. And I do think that's probably going to happen into the end of this week. So maybe Thursday or Friday. We'll see. All right, next one, Neo. Neo, guys, literally is just doing a break and retest right now. All right, so let me, I don't want to take that off. I want to take this level off right here. Can I get that? Yeah. All right, but right here, 890. Okay, so 890 was the previous high, and you literally had the low of day today being 889. So you can see over here, high being the 890. You can see it right up here, 890. Low today was 889. You can see on the 4-hour time frame, guys, this is pretty sexy. All right, you literally just had a mini break and retest going on here, and you're probably going to continue higher. I don't think Neo's move is over. I do think you're going to be getting into the 10s, and then you're probably going to be getting into the 11s. I don't know if you're going to come all the way up here and tap this trend line, but last time here you could see on the weekly time frame, you broke out from your consolidation, had the break and retest. Because the week after, you literally had went about 20% up from the close over here. So let's see, what is 20% up? That would be going up to just about $10 this week. So I don't think the upside is done for Neo. I think we're going to continue higher. The last one I'm going to mention today is CLSK. And specifically, guys, I want to point out this volume. Why do we have so much volume going on over here? Now, why do we have so much six strongs? Why do we have so much going on over here? Guys, if you can break, I think it's 1395. Let's just put that level on our chart. All right, is it 1395? 1391. All right, if you can break 1391, I think you're going to come straight up here to 2260. Why do I think that? Because you have nothing in between there. And let me just reference history here. All right, so we can see right here. All right, and keep in mind, guys, you have an absolute shit ton of volume going on here, but that is a 60% move, a $9 move, guys. I'm sure, guys, if we looked at Weevil right now, contracts are pretty cheap for, you know, if we're planning on a move over here over the next coming weeks. So then you're going to come over here and let's actually just do this. All right, let's literally just extend that level outward here. I'll bring you to, yeah, right there, just about. All right, guys, you broke above here and you had a 200% run very quickly. All right, just over the span of a few weeks here, just about a month. All right, 4 weeks, you had a 200% run here. Guys, you can very easily, you know, see in the past that it's demonstrated it can get moving and grooving above this level. If we can break 13, I know I switched charts. If we could break 1391, I do think this thing is going to have a 60% run all the way to 2260. Pretty quick. And that's going to be a nice move to be played. As you see, we have a 200% move over here. I'm not saying that happens, but just look at what happened. All right, with the volume you had last time you were at these levels. Crap volume. All right, and then you're over here. Crap volume too. I think you're getting ready for a big move. So I'm just putting it on your radar. If you can break 1391. All right, guys, you know, that's when we're going to be playing it. All right, with that being said, I will catch you all in the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of your day, and peace.